Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I am that Arizona Cardinals kid, and today I will be talking about who that second quarterback in the NFL draft class will be. So I don't see any point in wasting any time, and let's get right into it. Now, there's a lot of speculation going around that Zach Wilson will be the second overall pick. Now, the first overall pick is pretty obvious, I think, to most people. It seems that Trevor Lawrence would be the first overall pick. He's got the skill set, everything, he's just, if you're looking for quarterbacks in the draft, he's your franchise guy. Not saying that he will be good, not saying that he'll be bad, but that's besides the point. Now, so, Zach Wilson is rumored to go second overall. Most people think he outshines the likes of Justin Fields, Trey Lance, and Mac Jones. I personally think that he will go second overall. So, I don't know if the question is who's the second quarterback or who the third pick will be, because it seems pretty obvious that Wilson and Lawrence will be the first two picks. So, where does that leave the San Francisco 49ers? Now, the San Francisco 49ers traded up to the third spot in the NFL draft. Now, it seems that if you're going to trade up to the third spot, you're not going to draft a receiver or a tight end or a cornerback or a safety, something like that. It's a long shot. And Kyle Shanahan gave a press conference that we haven't seen in a while. But he gave a recent press conference, and it seemed sort of clear that they were going to draft a quarterback. But what I got from it is that they were going to draft a quarterback, but they weren't going to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. And I don't think that's the plan. I don't think that they want to get rid of Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo's still a good quarterback. The issue is he's very injury prone. So you're going to probably move on from Jimmy Garoppolo someday with your franchise quarterback still as your backup to Jimmy Garoppolo. So I think that you want to draft a quarterback, season him behind Jimmy Garoppolo for a year, and then get rid of Garoppolo. Because as Kyle Shanahan said, you don't have a better chance of winning without Jimmy Garoppolo. So they want to find their guy, and who knows who that guy will be. A lot of people think it will be Mac Jones. Maybe it could be Justin Fields. Maybe it could be Trey Lance. I've seen numerous mock drafts that have each of them going to San Francisco. The issue I have with the other two quarterbacks that aren't Justin Fields, Mac Jones he had an outstanding season, sort of like Joe Burrow. He went to LSU, had a fantastic season. 50 touchdowns? He best college performance we've ever seen. But Mac Jones has only really played one season. I don't think that at number 3 you want to pick Mac Jones over Justin Fields and Trey Lance, because when you do that, it starts to sound like what the Chicago Bears did in 2017 with Mitchell Trubisky. Mitchell Trubisky only played 14 games with North Carolina. But they passed up the likes of Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes. So are you willing to do that? I'm not saying that Mac Jones is going to pan out as Mr. Trubisky did. Not saying that Justin Fields and Trey Lance are going to pan out as Deshaun Watson and Patrick Mahomes did. But what I'm saying is I'd rather have a more seasoned player, someone who's shown with more experience on the college field, who's shown that they can do it. Not on an NFL field, but they can do it in college and that they have dominated in college. And I think that person is Justin Fields. Justin Fields with Ohio State has had 2 outstanding seasons. He didn't go out in last year's draft, and I don't think he could. But the thing, Trey Lance, he's also pretty seasoned, I guess. I still don't think that you would choose him at number 3. I think you want to lock yourself in the position where you want to get Justin Fields. Now, I can't really speak for an NFL GM. That's not my position. I'm not there. I'm not there looking at all these tapes. From what I know, I just think that I would draft Justin Fields. Now, I don't know if whoever the San Francisco 49ers draft, there's still going to be room for two more quarterbacks, two more great quarterbacks. Now, who's going to trade up or who's going to fall, something like that. I suspect that maybe the Carolina Panthers or New England Patriots will trade up with Atlanta, because it seems that Atlanta is in a trade down spot. You know, they got to build that draft capital. They could draft one of those quarterbacks. Let's say 49ers draft Justin Fields. They could snag up Mac Jones. Who knows? But I will do an updated mock draft to see, not from my personal opinion, but to think, I'll try to do it as best as I can to think, who do each team really wants? Not who I think they want, but who do they want? Because I think that the 49ers should draft Justin Fields. Maybe they think that Mac Jones is already a future Hall of Famer. Of course, he can't be, he's never seen an NFL field. He's never had 6'5" guys running a 4.5 chasing after him. So, there's a lot of open things to be done. There's a lot of different directions each team can go. I do think that the two first overall picks are not locked in, but are pretty clear. We saw the same thing last year with Joe Burrow. It seemed that Joe Burrow was going to be the first overall pick, and he was. So, with that being said, there's still a lot of days until the NFL draft. Not really much. We've got really a month to go. It's April 2nd. I think the NFL draft is the 27th of April. So a lot can change. I do know that the 49ers did attend Mac Jones's pro day, and so did Bill Belichick. So that's pretty interesting. It seems that Mac Jones would be the hot take right now. And the fact that Mac Jones fits Kyle Shanahan and Bill Belichick's style of offense, it would seem that maybe they are looking for Mac Jones, because they didn't attend anyone else's pro day. Sure, they sent some scouts down there, but that's I seem to think that if your quarterback, or if your head coach and your GM go down there to see a player, I think it means that they're more interested in that player. Same with Matt Rule. He attended Trey Lance's pro day. So I think that they're looking to get someone like Trey Lance, and I think they might trade up with Atlanta. It depends what they'll have to give up. They're only really 4 spots down. So I don't know how much you would be willing to get up to only trade up 4 spots. Of course, it is a quarterback we're talking about. That holds a lot of value. Well, again, with that being said, not much to say besides just speculation, personal opinion, and rumors to go off of. We don't know what's going on in the mind. There's always the minds of GMs. There's always a shock in the NFL draft, and I'm excited to see what it would be, because I think there's there's going to be a lot of shockers, because there's a lot of talent to go around in that draft, and teams want different players. They're not going to listen to someone's mock draft, but I'm excited to see what the NFL draft holds. And let's just hope that the Arizona Cardinals will, this quarterback drama going on, that it'll let the Arizona Cardinals land a top stud player. Well, thank you for joining me today on this short 10-minute YouTube video. Thank you very much, and have a good rest of your day.